Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Cynthia of Cynthia Plans and I am here to do yet another back plan with me. Like I said in my last two videos, this is just gonna be the format that I go with for the time being until some sense of normalcy returns to life, but since we're all still not really sure when that will be, this is what it is right now. I'm actually filming this video with my brand new camera, so hopefully the quality is a little bit better as far as like the sharpness and everything like that. The other thing that I'm super excited about with this new camera is that I can actually raise my eyes and look up and actually see what's in frame. I know sometimes I get out of frame because in the past up until now I've been filming with my iPhone 8 Plus, which obviously is kind of like this looking down, so the camera can, you know, capture everything that's on my desk, but then I have to literally would have to lean over top of the camera to be able to see if anything was in frame, which is not really conducive to filming and trying to be quiet. My chair tends to make a lot of noise when I move. Like I said in my last video, I did pay off a credit card, but part of the money that I've gotten in the last couple of weeks, I did go ahead and splurge on a new camera. I've been filming these YouTube videos for nearly a year now, and I'm trying to get more serious about my content and just what I'm doing here with my content creation hustle side business kind of thing in general, so I figured it was time to make that investment. So anyway, I'm going to be back planning this week with a kit from Sweet Bean Plans, and I'll tell you a little bit about it in a second, but with that, let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, I'm using a kit from Sweet Bean Plans. This was from, it says January. I feel like I bought it in February, but it must have been January. One of her subscription kits. So this was like a bookish kit that she released a while ago. And at the time, it just didn't really go with like the vibe that I had, so I didn't use it around then. But this past week, I'm filming today on April 26th, was National Library Week. So if you didn't know, it's a national annual celebration of libraries, academic, public, otherwise, and we just kind of as a industry get together, and hopefully as a community, our community uplifts us at that time and kind of reflects on the value that libraries offer in communities and to communities. So with that in mind, I wanted to pick a kit that was more bookish themed, and since I had been holding on to this one for a while, I figured it was finally time to use it. So here we've got the functional boxes. So we've got event size stickers, half box stickers, weekend sticker, dividers, all that sort of stuff. Then we've got the functional headers, so to do today, little things, all that sort of stuff. Meal plan stickers, which I probably won't use because we're not meal planning. TV stickers, icons, habit trackers, and the rest. Then we've got some washi strips here. So these are kind of like glitter style washi strips here. And then we've got these washi strips that are a little bit thicker for this area of your planner, and some date covers. Then we also have some more functional stickers. These are the heart checklist and a weekly sticker that you can use, a full box weekly sticker. And then we do have the decorative full boxes here. Ayixa does hand draw all of her stickers. I know I've planned with her kits before, but if you're new to my channel and aren't familiar with her shop, I feel like it's really important that you know that, because I think that's one of the most unique things about her shop is that she makes everything herself, doodles it herself. It's a business that she runs with her and her husband, and she's local to Florida, so if you are from Florida watching this video and into stickers, support a local small business in our state by supporting her shop. And then one of her signature things are her coffee trays that she does different varieties with, so she's done them seasonally, for shows, for movies, all that sort of stuff, and those are really popular in her shop. In fact, you can see here she included a whole sheet of them, so I definitely will use some in here, but also not use all of them because I will continue to hoard it and use it as needed and as I choose. Then she's also known for some flat lay stickers that she does. So these are the length of a full box sticker, and they can take up quite a bit of time to kind of like block off, like I spent that 2-hour period reading or something like that. And then she does have smaller ones which can be used in the Hobonichi. Of course, since this was a bookish kit, she did send along some currently reading stickers. Obviously, I won't be using all of them in this week. I can definitely use at least one because I am reading something right now, but I will plan to hold on to these and use them as needed. Also, something that you can use for future. So basically, all these stickers here go along with the kit, but as long as you don't use them all up in the one week that you use to plan, which would kind of be crazy to be honest. If you could manage to use all of them, you do have more stickers that you can have. So for example, these these are some bookshelf stickers that are also the length of the whole box and can take up some space as well. And then this is basically just like almost like a little mini sampler with some of the doodles that are in the kit. So I'm pretty excited to be able to use this kit finally. And then before I get into things, it did also come with this washi, which it has, I think it's a silver foil. It's very subtle. It's not super, let me see if this will focus or not. Yeah, so you can see it here. It's pretty subtle in the foil, but it is with some of the items that are in this kit, and it's very pretty, so it's a good complement to what we've got here. With that, let's go ahead and stop rambling a little bit and start putting some stuff down in my planner. This week was a mixture of productivity, absolute lack of productivity, and then like starting to get back into a sense of productivity. Before I lay some stickers down, I just want to preface this video with, if you are someone that is triggered by loss or death or anything like that, you may not want to watch the rest of this plan with me because it will come up. And maybe what I can even do is link in the description the section of which once I finish this video where I'm talking about it that you may want to avoid. But I did lose someone in my life. One of my very best friends lost someone that was super special to her, and that has been a huge loss for me too, because it's hard for me to watch someone I care about be in pain. So just want to let you know that up front. It did impact a big chunk of my week. It was very hard for me to be productive or particularly present after that news, and I feel like I'm slowly but surely now working myself out of that a couple days later. But let's talk about Sunday. So Sunday, tonight, I have a Zoom call with my friend Whitney. She has asked me to be a beta tester, or has invited me rather to be a beta tester for her Influencer Excellence Academy. It's something that has been a goal of hers for her business for quite a while, and she offered the opportunity to me, which I'm really grateful for because I think it is going to help me out quite a bit. And my hope is that once I go through it and I have a better sense of what it's like, I can potentially refer some people that I think would be good candidates to be a part of it as well. So after the experience, I will let you know what that is like. You'll notice I did have to go back and rewrite that. This pen that I had here seems like it's kind of drying out. I realized that I have a bad habit since I'm here at home leaving my pens like capped, and then there's a fan like just directly this way behind me that tends to blow in this direction toward my desk. So if I do that overnight, like I've lost a few pens here, so sorry pens, they've been casualties of working from home. That's what I have going on later today, and then we've just been doing house things today, so I'll put that in here as well. Ideally I would have done a lot of these things yesterday, but I chose not to. I chose to do other stuff. Oh, actually, I just realized this is from my to-do list on Saturday, so let me see if I can pull this up. Alright, that was pretty painless, which is nice. Just smooth it out. So since I don't really want to do the same color together, I will choose this sticker for here instead. And that's super crooked, but whatever. So to-do list is down. I did spend quite a bit of time today binge watching EC planner review videos to get a sense of what it is that I'm gonna buy. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel good about my options right now. I don't care for the dashboard page and the new neutral. If you guys have seen the videos, I'm sure you have. It's not great. There's like, okay, so we're gonna divert for a second here, sorry. If you go here, we've got this hexagon, which I don't love, but you know, most of the time I'm able to just like white it out and still leave the month there, or like I'll white it out completely and put another hand lettered sticker on top of there. Well, like now, if you've seen the reviews, there's like this ginormous layer that goes like all across here, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt to cover up every single month. I use a dashboard pretty religiously. I didn't get to memory plan for March yet. I do plan to go back and do that, but I memory plan every single month in this section. I do use the birthday area. I put quotes every single month. I try to put a reading log together, blog posts, all that sort of stuff. So the idea that a page that I really utilize and like a lot has now been destroyed is basically how I feel about it. I hate to be so negative, but that's honestly how I feel about it. Is a little upsetting. So I definitely need to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about buying 2 planners, which is insane because that is a lot of money. I'm also thinking about buying a binder because I thought, oh, you know, I might buy a binder for work. I'm basically at the point where I need to buy something for this time of year for work anyway, because I also use academic at work. So maybe I can buy like a colorful horizontal planner, because I like to use a horizontal planner at work, and then buy a neutral hourly planner so I can take out the colorful pages from the binder and combine them with the neutral weekly pages, and then put the neutral monthly dashboard, all that kind of stuff, with my work horizontal colorful pages. But the idea that I wouldn't have a coiled planner with a cover that I could change on a regular basis and everything like that too is also a little distressing to me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to really think about it tonight, weigh the pros and cons. I might even just get on the website when launch happens and kind of take my time and go through things before I actually order anything, because I hate it, to be frank. So that's Sunday so far. Moving back to Saturday, I did catch up on a bunch of podcasts on Saturday morning, so I'll put that in here. I know, or maybe I haven't said it, maybe I've only said it on Instagram, I don't like that they added the half hours back in, because there's been a lot of talk about like, oh, what do people even do after 7 o'clock? And it's like, I actually do quite a bit of stuff after 7 o'clock. Normally working out is namely the thing that I do after 7 o'clock, but you know, sometimes it's networking, sometimes it's getting together with my blogger friends, it's all sorts of things. So the idea that I don't have this time now after work to make use of it and put things down is a little frustrating to me. But if I'm being completely honest, like, I also don't follow the times exactly. Like, it's not even 3 o'clock, and obviously I'm putting this film sticker around like 3:30, 4 o'clock here, and that's definitely not happening then. It's happening now. I don't know what's up with my pens today. Oh god, this video is gonna be a mess. Like a lot of people, I've been doing a ton of Zoom, so I did a Zoom call with my friends yesterday. I have these emojis, which are perfect for right now. Shouldn't put that away, because I also did one on Friday. I almost forgot. Friday, I worked. I'll do Friday night first, since I just finished talking about that. I did a impromptu. It was not planned. I didn't realize I was going to be on it until later, but I did a Zoom call with some of the Florida girls, which is pretty fun. I think I really needed that too after things earlier in the week. And then I had work basically the whole day, so I don't really need to put that in here. I do think though, I wonder if there's like a certain kind of sticker that I can use that'll be consistent. Probably should have thought of this before right now. No, there probably isn't. What I'll do instead, since I didn't really work out super consistently this week, I'll use this weekly sticker instead to mark this. So like I said, it was National Library Week, so we actually had a spirit week at work, and so every day there was some kind of like dress up thing or something along those lines that we could participate in. God, what sticker do I want to use? This is hard. This is the one I'm gravitating toward offhand, so I think it's probably safe that I just use this one. It's what stuck out to me first. Getting back to what I was saying, so we had a spirit week this week, so every day there was some kind of like theme for dressing up or way that you could recognize your coworkers and everything like that. I tried my best to participate in it. I think I did 2 days of it. Not every single day was super easy for me to participate in because the prompts were things that were, you know, either a challenge or just something that I couldn't figure out what to do for it. I'll put that in here since I did put them in my petite planner, so like I every single day put whatever the theme was. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. We did theme parks day / sports, so I actually wore a baseball cap for my husband's favorite football team with Minnie Mouse ears on top of it. I messed up here, OCLS colors. I just wore like a t-shirt from work. Wacky Wednesday, I didn't have anything in it for in my closet that I could wear for it, so I didn't do that. And then Thursday I was just like, I was, you know, in a bad mood. And then Friday I just wore a t-shirt that was a little bit more vintage than Flashback Friday exactly. That was what I did for Spirit. And I love this, so I'm just gonna cover up that line like that with that. I don't think I have any habits that I can accurately track this week, so it might be a little silly to even think about trying to put those in here. Thursday was a bit of a blur, nothing really happened. I did get an Amazon package, so I suppose I can put that in here. So I think for these days where it was kind of a blur for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and put those down, those flat lays. Same thing with Wednesday. I'm gonna have to figure out something to cover up. I don't know what happened here, something got smudged and that is just bothering me. Husband did have a final exam, I should probably put that in here on Friday. Officially done with school for this semester, so I'm very excited because that means he'll be slightly more available to help out with my son while I work, which I appreciate. And don't ask me why I keep going back to these days that I've already done. I have like stream of consciousness planning happening right now, and I apologize that you're sitting through this. But I hope it's at least entertaining and you're curious about how it is that I'm planning. I need some purple in here, so I'll put this full box down. Wednesday started off okay. In the morning, I found out one of my close friends, Alexa, her husband passed away very suddenly. They discovered about 2 years ago a heart condition, but near as we could tell, since 2 summers ago, for the most part, he'd been doing really well and didn't have any sort of concerns that he needed to be worried about. It came as a shock to everyone, most especially, of course, her and her girls. They're trying to navigate their life now, and I can't imagine what they're going through. I've been trying to give her some space to process what's going on. A thought I often have when people go through grief or some kind of traumatic event is, if I reach out to them now, is it for myself or for that person? And if I reach out to them right now, am I going to trigger, you know, maybe they're in a good headspace and my text triggers them a little bit. I don't want to be that person, so I always struggle with the balance of how much I reach out to people in those sorts of situations, because I think it's important to remain constant fixture and let them know that there's someone there that cares about them and is checking on them and their well-being. But I also know that it's important to give people a space, and she's definitely the type that is so strong, one of the strongest people that I've ever known as far as, you know, dealing with the hard stuff. She's been through quite a lot in the last couple of years, and it's unfortunate because this is already a hard time for all of us to be going through right now, and to have that sort of thing happen to you, given the circumstances that we're in, just makes life that much harder. So I don't want to talk too much about it because it's her story and it's her personal business. You know, I've shared a little bit here and there on Instagram, but again, I've been trying to be respectful of the fact that it's her story to really tell. I will say that we are collecting messages of love and support for her and condolences right now through a Google form. You're welcome to contribute to that. I can link to it in the description of this video. We do have a deadline. We're putting a deadline of April 30th through the end of the day. That way Ashley Ann Laz of Ashley Ann Laz and I can put together basically a digital PDF card for her. There will still be time by the time this video is published to contribute to that if you're interested. Sorry to take up time to talk about this in here, but it is something that happened in my life, and I think it's important to be honest and share that not every single week I have is great, and sometimes pretty terrible stuff happens in life, and it's important to acknowledge it and not give the sense that everything is through rose-colored glasses, because it certainly isn't always. I do feel fortunate that I feel like for the most part, you know, I don't have a lot of bad stuff that's happened to me or that has happened to me recently, and I feel fortunate for that, but that's definitely not been the case for everyone, and it's important to acknowledge that things that are not so pretty for life happen, and they should be acknowledged. Chris was a very special person, and Alexa was really fortunate to have a husband that loved her as much as he did. I think it's important that we acknowledge that he was that person. So the rest of the day was basically a blur for me after that. I feel like I checked out for hours because I don't really remember time passing. I just remember it was a couple hours later when my husband came to check on me again, and it was well into the afternoon, almost the evening by that point, and I found out the news around noon. This hit me in a way that I didn't expect. I ran a bunch of errands on Tuesday. It was actually my first time leaving my house, if you can believe it, in 4 weeks. A planner friend lives in the UK. Was not able to purchase the Wonder Woman collection that EC released because of licensing, so I had offered to purchase it for her and mail it to her, and so those items came in sometime the week before, and I had been trying to figure out a way to purchase a prepaid label and just do like a scheduled pickup, but they, for whatever reason, are not doing international first class mail as an option for purchase right now, so I had to actually go visit the post office, which I had a lot of anxiety about, to be honest, before I got there. Thank God they had the like tape on the ground to separate everybody by 6 feet, and they spread it out so far that no more than 10 people could be in line at a time in the post office. So once you got to the last strip, you basically were like closer to the back door, and of course everybody's trying to stay away from each other, so if the line was up to the back door, then everybody else just had to wait outside and spread out. They spaced everybody out. For the most part, people were wearing masks. I saw one person that I can recall that wasn't, but basically everybody else was. They also have like a plastic sheet that goes across all of the different workers' stations, and you can lift up the plastic and slip your package inside, and so on and so forth. They don't take Apple Pay or anything like that, so I did still have to touch the pin pad, which I was a little nervous about and anxious about, but as soon as I had back in my car and had hand sanitizer, wiped my hands, handle to open the door, all that sort of stuff, my keys and everything, to try and prevent spreading anything anywhere else. But hopefully I didn't catch anything or come across anybody that was sick. Hoping for the best, and that sooner than later I can like stop self-quarantining and actually be able to go see Alexa. I made a quick Target run to get some household items like a toilet bowl cleaner because I needed to retire the one that I had, and some face toner for my skincare routine, everything, little things like that. I think I left with less than 5 items because I tried to be very conscious of what I picked out and knew exactly where I needed to go, so I wasn't in there very long and didn't have to touch very much or talk to too many people or be around too many people. And then after did that because I was, again, already out. I stopped by my job to pick up some books that I had checked out to me through our internal home delivery system before they had stopped it. I did all of that on Tuesday, and then I made a pit stop at my favorite ice cream spot that we normally would visit on Friday afternoons, but of course I visited it on a Tuesday because that's when I was out, to pick up some extra pints of ice creams to have those on hand in our house. So I did all of that on Tuesday. It was a pretty busy day. And then that evening I did a Zoom call with a good friend of mine who was interested in doing like a one-on-one with me. For her, she runs a fitness business and she was interested in learning a little bit more about what current library services are available to people so she could share it on her Facebook page, her business Facebook page. And so I did like basically a little interview with her, which was pretty fun. And then I almost forgot, and I'm not sure how I could almost forget because it was such a big deal. I won an award on Tuesday night. There was a live stream for it, and I totally had forgotten to put it in my petite planner, but then I remembered the day of. But I won an award for some videos, video content that I made last year, which was pretty exciting. So I've got this celebration munchkin from Once More With Love that was on a sampler from earlier, and so I can use that to mark this, and it matches perfectly. I'm excited. Monday was pretty fine. I did some productive stuff, but mostly it was just a work day. So I'm gonna grab my other sticker book, my TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, and use one of these. And I mentioned Ashley Ann earlier, so I'm going to use one of her stickers from her shop. It's one of her kawaii mimis. I put a bunch of laundry away. On the day that I had to put it back, I was so proud of myself. I almost never do that. So that is what the week is looking like as far as things that I wanted to put in here. I like it. It doesn't seem... Looking at it from my perspective here, it looks like there's a lot in here, and who knows, maybe when I photograph it I'll still feel that way, but looking at it on camera it doesn't feel that bad actually. It feels pretty light. I do need to make a decision on this washi and if I'm going to use it or not. Let me see how it looks. I feel like that's too much for me personally. It's pretty gorgeous and I would highly recommend you use it if you have this kit, but for me I think that's just too much color. So let me see about the washi that comes with this kit, see how I feel about it. Yeah, see, that's a lot of color too. See, I like a lot. There's this dark blue that's present, this more like teal color in the kit. Obviously it's in some of these stickers and full boxes, but I don't know if I love it as such a dominant color in the spread. I personally stick toward lighter, more neutral colors and not so much the bold. So I don't know if that's gonna work for me exactly. Let me see. I do have this washi, which is, let me see if it'll focus, which is from Michael's maybe? Target, I'm not sure. Can't remember where I got it from. And this might be better because it's a little bit more neutral and it has the same kind of theme. I like that, but it definitely doesn't match as well, and I feel like you can tell that it doesn't match as well with this kit. Let me look at my Simply Gilded washi really quick. 1 second, please. Okay, so I've pulled this washi here. It's a 5mm. I don't think I'm gonna put anything on top because I think there's plenty there already. This looks like it's a silver, or maybe it's just silver. Yeah, I think it might just be silver. It's got kind of this purple tone that the other purple stickers in here have, so I'm going to give this a try and see how it looks. always love when a washi has a more adaptable, let's see if this is gonna focus. Okay, here we go. So I love when a washi has a more adaptable pattern. So like these stars are very simple and they're not on a specific pattern. So when I laid it down on this side, I was able to start it from the end. That was more convenient, and I really appreciate when a washi is like that. Depending on what direction it goes in, you're not able to just start it from the open side and roll it down that way and cut it off at the end. So when I do have a washi that, like I said, is more adaptable, then I do appreciate that. This is gonna be it. I don't think I have anything else to add. I am curious to know what your thoughts are about the new Erin Condren planners. If you'll be buying one, anything like that. As a last plug, if you are gonna buy an Erin Condren because you watch my plan with me's and are like, I like this, I want to have one of those too, please feel free to use my affiliate link. It's linked in the description of this video, as well as every other video that I've filmed till now. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Of course, I wasn't one of the people that reviewed planners early, so I only know what I've seen from other videos, but I might be able to help you out, or at least point you in the direction of someone who can give you more specifics than me. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one done and say that we're finished here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I usually post my plan with me's on Tuesdays and then other videos during the month as I have time. To all my long-term subscribers, thank you for being here. I appreciate that you come back every single week. I miss all of you, some of you that I get to see in person. It's been hard not being able to see you, but only be able to talk to you online, and I hope that we're out of the woods on this situation sooner than later. Last but not least, hug and appreciate your loved ones, friends, family that means something to you. If you live with them, of course, don't hug them if you're not in the same household right now, but just hold on to them really tight, because we never know what life is going to throw at us. I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you back next time.